Привет, коллеги, с вами снова я, Ольга Еременко, команда Photo and Money. Сейчас я возьму интервью у Джейсона Группа. Он является не только свадебным, но и фэшн-фотографом. Он снимал как для Tiffany, так и для журнала Vogue, так и для New York Times Magazine. И он нам расскажет, как, собственно, его опыт модного фотографа отражается на его свадебных съемках. Hello, Jason.
Hello.
How are you?
Good.
Good. As I know, you have worked to Vogue magazine, New York Times magazine, and Tiffany, and also you shoot weddings. So can you tell us about pluses and minuses of working in fashion and wedding, and about experience?
Well, I mean, I'll give you a quick history on how I've been shooting weddings for 24 years. I started when I was a teenager, and it was always something that I had done. Instead of flipping burgers for beer money, it was a great side job, and I put myself through college, art school, shooting weddings. So it was great getting photography experience at the same time I was learning to be a fashion photographer. And when I got out of college, working as an assistant, which didn't pay very well, I was able to shoot weddings on the weekends. So the two never really interfered because the weddings was on the weekends and then the other stuff would be during the week. So the only time it really interfered is when I had to travel, and that's when it got a little tricky. I did fashion for about 5 or 6 years as an assistant, and then did some work on my own. And I just discovered that it really wasn't a lifestyle that I wanted. Fashion photography, I think, really is a lifestyle. It's a lot of travel, it's a lot of commitment, and it's an extreme dedication that I just didn't think that I was certain that I was going to be up for it. And I was really good at shooting weddings. So at a certain point I had to make a decision. Am I going to shoot weddings or am I going to be a fashion photographer? And I saw some changes in the industry that made me feel I would make better living as a wedding photographer, because everyone always gets married, right?
Really?
So that's my quick history on how I got into. And then at a certain point I just decided not to pursue fashion work anymore. I still do some work with clients that I have, shooting lots of lookbooks and stuff like that. When they call, I'm happy to hear from them. If they don't call, it is what it is. So that's where I am now.
So the wedding photography, now it's your lifestyle, yeah? You choose your way?
Yes.
Forever and ever?
Never say never. I mean, I've had 3 different careers in photography in the last 20 years, so who knows?
Do you have any destination wedding shoots?
The destination weddings that I shoot are usually based on a referral, so if I shot somebody else's wedding and they're getting married somewhere else, but I don't pursue destination weddings as well. I like shooting in New York, so it's good.
Yeah, I know that New York is an amazing city, but what about Europe, maybe Asia?
I haven't had the opportunity to do that yet.
Yeah, why?
Not Europe and Asia. I take that back. I shot a wedding in Italy 10 years ago. It was fun. The destination weddings are a lot of work, and I get paid more.
Yeah, I know.
Shooting in New York and going home now. So I like to do it to mix it up, to do something different. I think to be a destination wedding photographer requires a different marketing plan.
Maybe I've got some other questions, but after asking you to shoot my wedding, I forget about everything. Oh my God, women's always women's. I don't know.
You were going to ask me about how I use some of my influence from my other career in fashion in my wedding.
Yeah, tell us everything you want to tell us.
Well, I mean, I think one of the things that I've done to kind of make myself unique from other photographers is using my other careers in fashion, the experience that I gained producing shoots, creating the shoots that I do, and the fashion experience that I have into what I do as a wedding photographer. So really using that.
Helps you to make pics more glamorous or something else?
Yeah, and that being the idea of what I do with my, I created these stylized engagement sessions called I Heart New York sessions, where I create a session of, it's like an engagement session on steroids. So instead of just going out and shooting for an hour, a couple of hours with the couple, getting involved in actually planning what essentially is a fashion shoot as a engagement session. So I plan their hair and makeup, I plan the clothes that we're going to wear, where we're going to shoot, and then create inspiration boards like we do if we were shooting for a magazine.
So you plan it all.
I like to take full charge.
Yeah. Amazing. What do you think? Is there any trends, fashion trends in wedding photography?
There's always trends every year.
Yes? And
There's always some trends. But I'm trying to think, now you're putting me on the spot, I'm trying to think of something.
Yeah, what the trend of this year? Of this wedding season?
That's a good question.
Hard question.
Well, I mean, you know, I think with women, different hairstyles are always a trend. Sometimes bows or cage veils or full-length veils, the length of the dress. I think that the Oscars and the Grammys usually have a lot of influence on wedding dresses and what celebrities are wearing. Like look what's happening this year with the royal wedding and whatever her name is. Her wedding dress, whatever her name is. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
But and the other one, Kate, she was wearing the other, the one that wasn't getting married, the sister, the bride.
I remember, yeah.
But her dress too made some significant changes. I think with guys like bow ties, and tying your own bow ties become popular. The shoes, and I think one trend that I've seen in the last couple of years with guys is getting a well-tailored suit for them, which I think is an important thing. Not a lot of Americans do that, which I think is a new thing and a good thing.
What do you think? Is there any trends to organize wedding some places? Maybe this year it could be trend to organize your wedding in Brazil. Something like this.
That would be nice.
Any trends in places?
Well, I mean, I think in New York there's always one place that's more popular than another. As far as this year's concerned, I mean, there's always the classic places in New York that never change, and then there's always newer venues. With the west side of the city, where my studio is, there's a lot of loft-style spaces that are being turned over into wedding places that are kind of neat.
And I got a little bit, I suppose it could be a boring question, but if you don't like it, then just kidding. But it's really very interesting for Russian photographers, trust me. What is your wedding rate? Everybody wants to know.
I think that, what my rate is, it's whatever your market is. So, I mean, my rates start around $8,000 to $9,000. Kind of go from there.
Okay.
But I think it's about creating that market. So I know that Russian photographers probably don't make that, but I think that the reason that they haven't done that is you need to create a market where you're creating work that demands a premium. If you're doing that, I think you can do that.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
Yeah, it's not easy.
And
I agree.
With my rate, the competition that I have to deal with is fierce.
And what's the final product after wedding? It's a book.
Always a book.
Always a book.
Always.
One book, or it could be one big book, or
it's
many
usually
books.
one big book. Sometimes, depending on the album that they'll get, we'll make a second volume. I wouldn't say that's that often. It's usually one big book.
One big book of premium class. So, thank you very much, Jason, and have a good time.
Thank you.
WPPI.
Enjoy.
Thank you. Bye.
You're welcome.
Вот так мы пообщались с Джейсоном. Say goodbye.
Goodbye.
In Russian, пока.
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 Пока.